us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Cincinnati. It's the Colts and the Bengals on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a ringer between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive has been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 28.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Bringing him out, the 3rd overall pick from way back in 2008. A guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go to the ground again with Taylor. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, you're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Complete on the deep ball.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Let's keep those sticks moving.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Running left, it's Mixon. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jimmy Graham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Will go down as a gain of 6, and now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's able to get these up past the 40.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do? Film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they make it into the end zone.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
This is caught. It's going. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Cleaning something there, just 2 plays. Pass results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting out.
That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Return there after a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0. Scoring center, 3-1. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown. touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And this one complete to Doolin. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Ryan. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the San Francisco 49ers who are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Ryan. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Ryan. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. reviewing the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ryan. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw again is Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing, but I think you also...
First throw now for the backup, Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just steered the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, here's P-Ryan. To about the 35, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Graham on the ground. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. And 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Allen's throw caught here by Taylor. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for P-Ryan. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sport. Back now in Cincinnati. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run again with P-Ryan. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's P-Ryan. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje P-Ryan punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Extra point by McPherson. That makes this 35-8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan delivers another one to Pierce. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Ryan. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. So after the INT, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Now P-Ryan. And that one him going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because it might not.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Faison. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
He'll start with a give to Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ryan.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
They're going right back to Pittman.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Ryan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ryan will throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
The Bengals, yes, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. As we say, thank you for watching and good.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they seasick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better